Greetings, I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews. I want to talk today about Phylicia Rashad. She's a Howard University alumni. So am I. I have both a master's and a bachelor's degree from Howard University. Have great memories of Howard University. That school was wonderful to me. I had a great time there. Lots of money, most of my graduate school was paid for because back then they had lots of grants and supportive teachers. And I loved Howard because it was the Black experience. I mean, it was the Mecca. And I just loved the fact that the teachers were like our aunties and our uncles, and they wanted us to succeed. They treated us like family. The teachers would fuss at us the same way an aunt or an uncle would fuss at a niece or a nephew. And they just took great pride in us as as undergraduates as well as graduate students. And I don't know if you can get that everywhere. So if I had it to do all over again, I would go to an HBCU again. And I would get at least one of my degrees from Howard University again. So that's how I feel about Howard. Now, when I was on Howard's campus, we prided ourselves on the fact that we had freedom of speech. And we would push the envelope. I'm very distressed as well as disturbed that Howard University students are devolving to the level of nonsense and ascribing to the same pitiful what is the word I'm looking for here? Belief system? I guess that would be the right word here. The same pitiful, pathetic belief system that the world has taken on, where I can't agree with you unless I'm your enemy. And so therefore, if you disagree with me, I have to write you off. I have to tell you goodbye. I have to X you out. I have to cancel you. That's where our world has gotten to. If I disagree with you, there's no such thing as a debate. If I disagree with you, then that's it. You're no longer in my life. If I hold a separate opinion from you, you can't fit into my bubble anymore because your opinion differs from mine. That's where we are now. And so Phylicia Rashad has been friends with Bill Cosby for over 30 years, probably over 40 years. And there's no reason for her not to support her friend. I support him and I don't even know him. So a few days ago, once he was released, she displayed her glee. She went to Twitter and displayed her glee. But she is now the dean of students in the College of Fine Arts. And so Howard University students who apparently are not the same type, the same prototype as they were when I was there, have decided that she doesn't have the right to an opinion that differs from theirs. And so they're canceling her. And they're putting the word out that alumni are also calling for a resignation. I'd like to know who. Don't tell me that the alumni of Howard University are calling for her resignation. Give me some names. Who are these alumni who are calling for a resignation? You got to be real careful about what you read in newspapers. I do believe that some Howard University students are speaking against her, but I have to question whether or not it's as many as they say it is. I have to question whether or not it's the majority. And in terms of the alumni, I have to question which alumni, what percentage of alumni. Be very cautious of what you're hearing and listening to and taking in. My hope is that it's not true. My hope is that there's a narrative that's been put out there and that it's being said that the majority of students and alumni have turned against Phylicia for having a differing opinion. I'm going to hold my judgment right now if I'm very upset, if in fact it's true. But I'm going to hold my judgment because I know how the media works. The media can create a narrative and they can plant that narrative. And if people are silly enough, they'll go for the okie doke and they'll feed into it. And the next thing you know, there's a train that wasn't moving. But once it's been given the breath of life, all of a sudden, this train that wasn't moving, this train that had 2 or 3 passengers, suddenly has become a train that has a multi-million passengers. And it's overcrowded. And this train is just moving. A train that had almost no passengers is now moving. Let's make sure that that's not what's happening here with Phylicia Rashad. Let's be very cautious about what we believe. So they're saying she had a differing opinion. And so the alumni and students want her out. Let's find out what percentage before we jump on this train. Watch that train. Watch it carefully. I don't trust that train. I'm going to stand outside that train and I'm just going to watch it and pray for Phylicia Rashad, who is such a queen in the Black community and such a lady. Have a great day.